Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The cognitive process whereby two or more stimuli are distinguished. Unfair treatment of a person or group on the basis of prejudice. The organic process of synthesizing and releasing some substance. The cognitive process whereby two or more stimuli are distinguished. An inclination to favor some person or group. Unfair treatment of a person or group on the basis of prejudice. An inclination to favor some person or group. Unfair treatment of a person or group on the basis of prejudice. Cognitive processes involved in obtaining and storing knowledge. Control exerted, actively or passively, by group action. Discriminating the individual from the generic group or species. Discriminating the individual from the generic group or species. The quality of being individual. Perception of that which is obscure. The trait of judging wisely and objectively. A man of discernment. Delicate discrimination, especially of aesthetic values. The mental ability to understand and discriminate between relations. The cognitive condition of someone who understands. Perception of that which is obscure. A feeling of understanding. Delicate discrimination, especially of aesthetic values. The quality of insight and sympathetic understanding. A discrimination between things as different and distinct on the basis of their characteristics or attributes. It is necessary to make a distinction between love and infatuation. High status importance owing to marked superiority. A distinguishing difference between similar things or people. He learned the distinction between gold and lead. An honor awarded to someone in recognition of achievement or superiority. She graduated with the highest distinction. Delicate discrimination, especially of aesthetic values. A favorable judgment. Understanding of the nature or meaning or quality or magnitude of something. An expression of gratitude. He expressed his appreciation in a short note. An increase in price or value. An appreciation of 30% in the value of real estate. A discrimination between things as different and distinct on the basis of their characteristics or attributes. Biology, the structural adaptation of some body part for a particular function. Cell differentiation in the developing embryo. The mathematical process of obtaining the derivative of a function. A strong liking. The faculty of distinguishing sweet, sour, bitter, and salty properties in the mouth. His cold deprived him of his sense of taste. A small amount eaten or drunk. Take a taste, you'll like it. Take a sample of. The sensation that results when taste buds in the tongue and throat convey information about the chemical composition of a soluble stimulus. The candy left him with a bad taste. Delicate discrimination, especially of aesthetic values. Arrogance and lack of taste contributed to his rapid success. Have a distinctive or characteristic taste. This tastes of nutmeg. Have flavor. Taste of something. A kind of sensing. Distinguishing substances by means of the taste buds. A brief experience of something. He got a taste of life on the wild side. Distinguish flavors. We tasted wines last night. Experience briefly. The ex-slave tasted freedom shortly before she died. Perceive by the sense of taste. Can you taste the garlic? Discriminating the individual from the generic group or species. Discriminatory or abusive behavior towards members of another race. Discriminatory or abusive behavior towards members of another race. Discriminatory or abusive behavior towards members of another race. The prejudice that members of one race are intrinsically superior to members of other races. Discriminatory or abusive behavior towards members of the opposite sex. Discrimination against people who are overweight. Discrimination in favor of the able-bodied. Discrimination in favor of the able-bodied. Discrimination in favor of the able-bodied. Discrimination on the basis of a person's age. Discrimination on the basis of a person's age. Favoritism shown to friends and associates, as by appointing them to positions without regard for their qualifications. Discrimination against people who are overweight. Discrimination in favor of the able-bodied. Discrimination in favor of heterosexual and against homosexual people. Favoritism shown to relatives or close friends by those in power, as by giving them jobs.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.